Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I am back with new remote job leads, and in today's video I just want to focus on cybersecurity. It's trending upwards right now, guys. It makes a lot of sense, right? Because a lot of organizations do not want to compromise on the security of their information. They are hiring as much people as they can to help continue to tighten their belts around data safety, attacking any type of fraudulent type of activities. So they are very much interested right now in hiring people that have those expertise. So what does that mean for you, right? So for you, it means that if you are looking to change career path, or you're looking to advance your career, you're looking for opportunities to advance your knowledge, expand your possibilities of getting a better job, or opportunities that are going to pay you even better than what you're earning, this is definitely a field that I think you should be considering. Okay, cybersecurity is trending upwards, and according to research, even 10 years from now is going to continue to be in high demand. So how do you even become one? What do they do? As I described before, their sole purpose is privacy. Their sole purpose is safety. Their sole purpose is keeping your information safe, private as it should be, because we share information with all of these organizations on a daily basis, quarterly basis, whatever the case may be, even every minute at some point in some regard. So it's really essential for these organizations to be able to keep our information safe. So that's really what they do. So primarily making sure the infrastructure on the back end is helping to keep our information safe. And how do you become one? There's several programs out there. I was really amazed by this program by Capella that has a 22 months, so that you will get your bachelor's degree in 2 years, if not even less. And that is amazing. So you can easily hop into programs like these, and in some cases even get an associate before you finish the program, which is amazing, because then you can start looking for jobs with your associates. And in some cases, there are a lot of organizations as well that would pay for you to actually go back if you're interested, and make sure that as long as you graduate, there's a job waiting for you. So there are so many programs out there, so definitely start exploring these. I wanted to just touch on this because as I'm reading and researching and finding these little trends as my people, I want to make sure that I come back and share those little details with you guys. So even right now, as I'm talking to you, the next jobs I'm going to be talking about are all cybersecurity. They are all in the cybersecurity space. So which again further emphasize how much of a big need is out there for these type of jobs. So encourage you to definitely start exploring them if you haven't done so already. And there are a lot of certification programs out there as well, and in some cases even place you in a job. IT is here to stay, guys. So I know AI is around as well, but to keep AI safe, we also need cybersecurity experts. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to talk about one of the things also before I get into the roles, right? So this is a cybersecurity guide. I'm going to make sure that I include the link to this particular website. I'll include it in the description of this video. This gives you a little bit more information on where to go for what, and also who's offering what. I think this is very comprehensive. And as you can see, this is kind of the average salary for someone that is in that space. So you see, at the very lowest, you are earning $56,000, but in total, that should put you around between $56,000 to $132,000 per year. But the average base salary, and in most cases, most organizations that pay very well are the Fortune organizations, like for example Amazon. You have the other bigger companies as well, like Facebook. You have the Microsoft, etc. All of them tend to pay way higher than this. This is just the average base salary. So if you find yourself in a maybe less organization, you can possibly earn $80,000 per year, but that is the minimal. Okay, because you're going to have other incentives as well, because this is such a hot market for these type of roles. You have a better negotiation power, you are really in high demand, so everybody is interested. So with that being said, right, let's talk about the positions with United Airlines right now. United Airlines have this particular role, which is the senior analyst, vulnerability, as well as cyber asset management. This is a fully remote role. Like I mentioned before, the beauty with all of the cybersecurity roles as well is that you can easily find remote jobs. That's definitely a big plus with this one. Okay, so this position right now is in cybersecurity, and you see on here it does describe it further for you as a vulnerability and cyber asset management senior analyst. You protect our airline and its customers by identifying, analyzing, remediating, and reporting on vulnerabilities. So that's what this position really is. Cyber hacks is something that is really common. Healthcare organization, they're being hacked, information being tampered with, and so forth. So it's really essential for continual tests to be done with different systems to make sure that there are no loopholes that potentially hacks can take advantage of. So they are testing as if they're hackers. They're making sure that any holes, they are closing them as quickly as possible. You're going to do a lot of reporting as well. So in addition to having the IT expertise, you also need to have like other resourceful tools like being able to use Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, etc., because you're going to be doing a lot of presentation of what you found. So he also talks about, working closely with infrastructure and application teams. Like I mentioned before, I think right from the get-go, I did talk about infrastructure, that's very essential. They're looking for someone with a bachelor's degree, STEM, obviously, in the sciences. Don't have that background, you can potentially still be able to apply and get this position. But for this particular one, they are looking for STEM background. So just keep that in mind. 4 years of hands-on experience with design, implementation, operation of enterprise vulnerability management. They do talk about cybersecurity a lot, which they're emphasizing here. Being able to manage and use scanning technologies, again, to be able to identify any attack, any hacking capabilities, talking about being able to be a problem solver and so forth. They do have preferred qualifications here as well. Certifications are listed as well as master's degree, but these are all preferred. But if you don't have it, it should be okay as long as you meet the majority of this portion that says minimum qualifications. And should you have any of these other ones, it could be a plus as well. I think the last one is pretty attainable, system administration experience. So if you have been in IT for a while and you've done any system analysis or maneuver systems or done any form of IT work, I think you can still fall on either network administration, system administration. That should still fall under that category. All right, so now if you notice, like as I mentioned previously, depending on the role and depending on the organization, but I noticed with United Airlines tend to pay very well in the cybersecurity space. So you see on here they're already over 6 figures for this position, going to $150,000 per year. So that is the first role. The second position, which is also in cybersecurity, is this one that focuses on communications. So cybersecurity communications manager. This particular role, you are going to be managing people just as you expect based on the title. With this position though, I do want to make sure that I also call out, like, one of the things that really piqued my interest with it is there are no like specific cybersecurity skill set. In my opinion, they are talking about 5 years of relevant experience. They talk about content design, talk about content strategy, and then they do talk about being able to be a professional writer. So this is one, high knowledge of cybersecurity space. So just having the knowledge. So it's still essential for you to have the know-how. So they are not expecting you to be able to actually implement any of the skill set, but just have the knowledge. What is it about? What exactly is expected in terms of that career path? That's what you're talking about. And obviously with this one, you do need to have a communication degree. You do need to have some degree in communications, in writing. If you're an editor before, you can apply and so forth. They do talk about UX writing as well. So UX writing is another kind of area of development in terms of like programming a bit. And I'm going to do a video that talks about just in general what are some like AI tools out there that sort of helps with whether it's design, whether it's website design, other type of just productivity in general. So definitely that's another time, right? All right, but this particular role is talking about content strategies. Also talks about being able to manage content for websites, being able to edit as well. So if you've done any of those in little, maximum capacity, whatever capacity, encourage you to make sure you call those out. So some of these things you cannot really call out in your resume per se, but however, I know cover letter is something that people see as being so ancient and stuff. However, if you are applying for a job and there are some parts of it that you think, maybe these parts of it I can't really call out in my resume, I definitely encourage you to put a cover letter together and explain yourself. I think that is so important. That makes more sense than just submitting your resume and expecting for things to just somehow call out to people, because some of these things you may not be able to say in your resume just because of the way it's worded or because of specific things you're asking for. So essential. Anyway, let's get back here. Okay. So talk about knowledge of AP style, previous work with big brand or large global enterprise. Those are preferred qualifications. Masters is also a preferred qualification. For this particular role, it's also over 6 figures. So between $91,000 and $134,000 per year. That is the salary for this one. One of the things I also want to call out with United Airlines that I particularly love is that they always put the posting end date. So just keep that in mind. All right. So the last position I have with United Airlines is this one, account manager, inside sales. This one I actually liked because I think this one is very much attainable. Is talking about inside sales remotely, someone who's going to be able to handle large portfolio of small or mid-sized corporate accounts. So if you are into account management, you are into sales, this is really the position for you. With this position, it is fully remote. I do want to just say that they do say it here. This is a remote role, but they do talk about with potential to travel up to 5% of the time to attend quarterly meetings. And that is so normal these days. A lot of fully remote roles still have on-site visits. And I think that's more just to keep the team's interaction a little bit more so as to allow more personal, or in some cases more interpersonal skills between staff to get people to be more open, more interested in themselves and others, etc. So really just helping the morale of the team. So a lot of organizations do that, so there's nothing really out of line here with this one. So just want to make sure that I say that. All right, so they're asking for bachelor's degree or equivalent work experience, and this is why, right? So you see here, even though they say bachelor's degree, but they also put a caveat saying that even if you don't have this, you can still apply as long as you have the experience. 2 years of sales experience is what they ask for, general understanding of sales, and so forth. So they do come here and talk about preferred qualifications as well. They have CTE, GLP, or any other certification. So if you have experience with CRM as well, that is a big deal to them as far as preferred qualifications go. They talk about the salary to be between $59,000 and $87,000 per year. So that's really a great one too. You're eligible for bonus every year. They do put that here. See that here as well. And obviously there are perks to working for airlines, right? So we already know that, and that is no different here. So definitely you are entitled to being able to, travel for free. Your family members travel, discounted rates, and so forth. So all of that still comes into play with any of these positions. So just keep that in mind. In all, I think, cybersecurity is here to stay. And then obviously we have the bonus role at the end. I did talk about the 2 cybersecurity opportunities that they currently have, United Airlines, right? And then there's the account manager sales position that is open as well. So definitely check them out. And if you have any questions, please come back, leave it in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts based on my little spiel about cybersecurity. Do you have any opinion about it? Do you have additional information to share? Do you have more clarification to share? Are you in cybersecurity? I want to hear from you guys what you think. So thank you again so much for continuing to watch these videos. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed already. Till next time, I wish you all the very best of luck, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye.